Hello, everyone, and how is everyone doing today? Sharice Johnson Moore here, and I am the owner of Sharice and Johnson Moore LLC, publishing consultant, visibility coach, and I help entrepreneurs, faith-based leaders, authors, creatives be seen, heard, and known. And let's get to them coins, right? So, as we start today's live, since I will be putting all of my videos now on my YouTube channel, I will not be playing music because it will have the music is copywritten and it affects the reach of my videos if you have copyrights on your copyright notifications on your videos that you place on YouTube on YT. Okay, so I'm just coming in. Hey Donna, how are you doing today? Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me. Hello, hello, hello. If this is your first time in my live, put a one in the chat. Put one in the chat, and I greatly appreciate everyone's support who comes in. First timers. If you are not following me, I greatly appreciate you following me by hitting the follow button beside my name. And also, I love it when I get heart me's. I love that when I get heart me's. So, and also tap the screen and share the broadcast. Today, we are going to be talking about the moment where my life was changed. The moment when my life was changed. So, I wanted to really get into this topic today. Hello, 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 hello. Hey, K baby. How are you doing? Hello, hello. Thank you for coming in. I greatly appreciate everyone coming in to the live broadcast. Let's see who else we got in here. Let's see. Hey, Xander, how are you doing? Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. Hello, Jess Do Coffee. Hi, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. So, I want to talk about that pivotal moment that changed my life. The pivotal moment that changed my life, okay? I was not always the person that is talking to you now. I was not always, hey Deb, how you doing? Deb the lovely, Athea, okay, how are you doing? Thank you. Hello, hello, hello. Let me see. I got so many people in here coming in so fast. So, I wanted to say, I've not always been the person that is talking to you now. Okay? And my pivotal moment came when I had to deal with life unexpectedly. Okay? Life unexpectedly. Hello, Miss Mary. How are you doing? Hello. Thank you for joining me. I greatly appreciate you. Hello, and thank you for joining my... Hey, Robin. How you doing? Margaret. How are you doing? Hello. Thank you. Muffin. How are you? How are you doing? Hello, everyone. So, I want to talk about this pivotal moment. The pivotal moment is when I had to deal with 3 deaths in my life. Okay? And the first day, hello, Miss Barbara, how you doing? Hello, Social, how you doing? Social Butterfly, hello, how are you doing? Rogers, how you doing? Emma Rogers, how you doing? Thank you for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. So, for those that do not know me, my name is Sharice Johnson Moore, and I am the owner of Sharice and Johnson Moore LLC. I'm a publishing consultant and visibility coach. Hello, Dr. Latoya, how you doing? Hello, thank you. And today we're talking about the most pivotal time in my life and what changed. So, the story goes that before I got my life together, I was a drug addict, a prostitute, a thief, a liar, just didn't have myself together. And what changed everything for me was the onslaught of 3 deaths in my life. Okay? Hey, Miss Mary, how are you doing today? And with those deaths, my grandmother, she raised me from a baby when my parents were not in being responsible. Okay? So my father's mother raised me. And she has a heart attack in 2011. She's placed on hospice for 2 weeks. And in those 2 weeks, I became responsible for her. It was a drawing of being responsible for her, and that had a snowball effect on my life. Okay? And I really wasn't doing anything in my life. I was just running around, doing whatever I thought was, having really just lost. I was lost in the wilderness. Okay, lost. Okay, lost in the wilderness. And when she had a heart attack, they placed her on hospice. And I was responsible for her because my father was not in his right mind to take care of her. I think it was too much for him. Thank you for following me. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Henry. Hello. How are you doing? Hello, Miss, what's that? Ebenezer. How are you doing today? And so, with that, being responsible for my grandmother, it drew me back into a relationship with God, because this was the most pivotal relationship I had was with my grandmother. She was really my mother, okay? And when she's placed on hospice, she lived for about 2 weeks. And in those 2 weeks, I took care of her. I didn't know nothing about taking care of nobody in hospice or at home or anything like that. But something I realized in that moment, I called for help. And in that moment, I called my cousin. She was an LPN. I told her, I don't know how to take care of her, and I'm the only person that's got to do it, so can you come teach me? So she came to teach me how to take care of my grandmother that was placed on hospice. And I learned. My grandmother passes away. Thank you. My grandmother passes away. And in that time when she passes away, after she passes away, I decide I'm going to go to school and learn how to become a certified nurse assistant. Okay? So her death really wasn't the ending. It was a beginning of the change of my life, from being a drug addict, from being a prostitute, from being out on the street, running around, doing nothing productive with my life. Okay? And I divided all my attention to her. I gave her all my attention. We would read the Bible in the morning. I read her scripture. I would sing to her. I would talk with her, even though she could not answer me. But, and something I think, was very pivotal, because I think I was kind of responsible for her having this heart attack, right? Because I was stressing her out. She's 94 years old, and she's got to deal with my two kids, my 2 sons, and they're acting, one is away from home, the other one is Dale, my youngest boy. I have three children, okay? And in their life, I was not totally there for them. So my grandmother raised them. And that the lesson from her death taught me that you are never too old to get yourself together. Okay? So if you're ever dealing with someone in your family, in their life, that is out on the street, that is have drug addiction, doing things to self-medicate themselves, and do things that were not right. I'm out there, swinging on a pole. Yeah, I used to be a stripper too. Okay, so I have no qualms of telling you who I used to be. Okay, because that is a part of my story, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and put no, put no, put a bunch of stuff into it to make it like I was all perfect. No, I was not a perfect person. Okay. And so my grandmother passes away, and we have to deal with her estate, and things are shady. Things are, not up to par. But anyway, and so I kept moving on. I didn't fight over no house. The house, she decided to leave the house in my oldest son's name. And I did not fight that. I said, okay, now you a man, you have to be responsible for the things that you have been laid at your feet. Tried to give guidance, did not want to listen. And God says, just let it go. So that's exactly what I did. No, we were not able to keep our house because my son got his own ideas about the house, and that is on him, not me. Sometimes in life, you have to learn that because of other people's decisions, you can't get mad at them for the decisions because look at the part that you play in it. Okay? I look at over my life, I look at the things that I was responsible for in my life that were not the best decisions. And I had to deal with those decisions that I made. Okay? So, as a grown person, we deal with that. I came to terms with that. So, then, like 3 years later, my father has a heart attack as well. And he passes away immediately from his heart attack. And I was kind of like, God, why are you doing this? Why? What's going on? What's this about? And because me and my father, we really didn't have no relationship growing up. I didn't have no relationship with him. Okay? No conversation, no daddy, daughter dance, no, teaching me how to interact with boys, any kind of relationship with my father, right? So, but we started getting close after his mother passed. And then he passes away, and that kind of takes me for a loop. Okay? That relationship, that passing, taught me that family means everything. Regardless of what people have done to you, whether they weren't there for you, whether they neglected you, whether they, saw that you weren't loved by them or anything of that nature. It taught me that you can forgive people. Okay, you can forgive people for not being there for you. Okay, so my father passes, and then after he passes, my mother passes 6 months later after him. Okay, my mother passes 6 months later after him. And before she passed in 2015, January, okay? My dad, he passed July the 14th of 2014. That was like 2 weeks for my birthday. So my birthday, when it comes to my month of being July, I used to be sad, but now I think of it as, okay, just a time of remembrance and reminding me of what I have to stick to and the agreement I had with God that I was going to have a relationship with my kids. I was going to have a relationship with family members and forgive people, okay? My mother passes of January the 5th of 2015, 6 months after my father. And what that brings on is that a sudden, when my sister called, I had talked to my mom like 6 months to tell her my dad had passed, right? And I found out that my mother has been diagnosed with cancer. Didn't nobody call me and tell me. Didn't nobody call and tell me, say, Mama need help. I talked to my mom on the phone, and that's what she explained it to me, that she was diagnosed with cancer. And I asked her, did she want me to come and take care of her? She said, no, stay where you at. Don't worry about it. Just, I'm good. Okay. So after I talked to her about my dad, that 6 months goes by, and I get the phone call from my sister saying that our mom has passed. And I think when I heard the news, I know I fell out on the floor. I fell out on the floor because now I sat there and I sat and thought about, I have no one else in my life. I have no one else in my life. And not my elders anyway. Because my mom, I could talk to her anytime, call her anytime, discuss anything with her. And what I learned from my mom and her passing is to keep it real with people and don't lie to them. Because my mama was a realist. She didn't care if she hurt your feelings. She'd tell you like it is. How it was, how T.I. is, And she was kind of one of those mothers. And she didn't hold back on you to tell you what you needed to hear. Not to soothe your feelings, but to tell you the truth. If you ever have someone like that in your life that'll sit and tell you the truth and don't sugarcoat stuff, respect them people. That's what I learned. And from her death, I was sitting in her funeral. And I heard the voice of the Lord speak to me. And the voice of the Lord spoke to me and said, now it's time for you to write your book. And I'm sitting around looking like, yeah, right, okay, like what? And the voice spoke that another time, and I'm sitting there like, I think I'm, kind of hearing things. Now it's time for you to write your book. And the third time I hear this, it is to the point where I say, okay, God, whatever you want me to do, I will do that. Okay? Whatever you want me to do, I will do that. Hey, Antoinette. And leaving my mom's funeral, which was in Detroit, Michigan, and arriving back here at home where I live. And hey, Heart. Okay, hold on, let me get that. Halawa, how you doing? Thank you for joining me. And when I decided, came home, I decided to write my first book entitled Coming to Loving Yourself. And that's what started my entrepreneurial journey, writing my first book. And writing that book was very therapeutic. It was freeing. It was invigorating. It inspired me. It motivated me. And it also freed me from all the things that I was holding on to that were irrelevant. The things in the past, we can't change them. We just have to make ourselves better for the future, right? So in the passing of my mom, my dad, my grandma, I decided I was going to get myself together. Get myself together. I still have my certified nurse's assistant's license. I still have those credentials, those certifications. I've held on to them, and during this time, of being an entrepreneur, that is what helped me, and some other people helped me to publish the first book. Okay. If you ever have a dream or you have something you want to accomplish in your life, don't sit back and wait on nobody to give you validation to do it. Okay? I tried to have that excuse, I'm too old to start a business. I'm not trying to start no business. And God says, look at the example of your father. My father decided when he was 75 to start his own business, even though he had been working since he was 14 years old, driving trucks, Okay, and my father decides at 75 to own his own business. So I couldn't use that excuse at the age of 43. Okay? Um, don't let anyone discourage you from your gifts and talents that God has given you. So, I have been singing. I have been singing since I was 7. And that is something I've held on to for my life. That I did not want to lose the gift of singing. And no matter, while, I'm still surprised that I still have my gift. Because it is a thing of, I have been, I smoke cigarettes, I've done drugs, I used to be a crackhead, okay? I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, okay? And I've been out in the world and I still have the gift. So God still has purpose for me. And in these 10 years, it'll be 10 years I've had my business. 10 years having my business. I have learned a lot along the way as being an entrepreneur. Okay? No, it ain't been no easy. It ain't been no easy road. It ain't been no, it's not been a easy, something easy. Okay, I can just do this and keep, the road has been rough and the going been mighty tough and the hills have been hard to climb, okay? And I thank God for keeping me. Because all the stuff I done been through in my life, I know that he still has purpose for me. He still has purpose for you. So don't ever feel that what you are doing has no meaning. Okay? Look at all the things that you do in your life now. Now, like I said, my life ain't been all no hunky-dory or nothing like that. I've got myself together. I'm going to sit here and be real. I still deal with depression and anxiety. Yes, I've been diagnosed with that. I decided to go see a therapist after the 3 deaths. So, and I still see a therapist to this day. Okay? So, keep your heads up. Keep your heads up. Don't let other people come and put you down, throw stuff in your face that they think that they'll like they stuff don't stink. And, keep making it do what it do for you. Okay? I also decided to acquire my ministry license. Okay? So I am a licensed minister. Okay? And so that is something else I pursued after my mom passed away. I decided to go to theology school and really learn about the word and really get into the word because I had been curious for so long. So I am not the person I used to be. I am something that God keeps evolving. I am someone that keeps evolving and always asking for God's guidance. So though that is that pivotal moment, that time frame between 2011 and the time of 2015, those are the pivotal moments that have changed my life, those 3 deaths. And I wouldn't turn back, not in their time. Yeah, I thought about giving up because because business has not been going good for me, but I can't give up. I can't give up now because God has brought me a long way. And I made an agreement with God, and I can't turn my back on that agreement I made with him. So, life can be so hectic. But if you take time out to seek God first, everything falls in order. Okay? Everything falls in order. And that's why I'm so passionate now in my business as a publishing consultant and visibility coach about the things that I did not understand when I first started my business. And now that I've taken classes, I've taken marketing classes, I've taken advertising classes. I've done classes. I've done school. I've, went to class and learned a lot of stuff about being an entrepreneur. I want to pass these things on to others that are coming behind me or others that need my help as far as publishing and visibility are concerned. Entrepreneurship, period, okay? Because it doesn't matter what you do. If you making money from it, you're an entrepreneur. So don't let nobody tell you nothing different, okay? And I want to pass on all the stuff that God has bestowed upon me when it comes to others. The good stuff, the stuff that happens to us, the stuff that, we're happy about. Like I said, I still got my credentials for my certified nurse's assistant, right? So, getting back into that, getting back into becoming a home health aide. So I'll be starting that job soon. And I can still work my, do my, work that because the patient, I live with them. So it equals out. God has made a way where it's not stressful for me. So I'm good. And still have my business at the same time. So I want everyone to, whatever you're doing in life, don't give up on your dreams, your goals, your ambitions, whatever you are doing and whatever you are working and striving for. Okay? And shut out the noise. Shut out the noise. Look, y'all gonna get to know me, okay? Do not take advice from people that are not where you're trying to go. Don't take advice from people that are not where you're trying to go. If you're trying to go do something, you're trying to start your business, you're trying to sell your products and services, make it do what it do for you, okay? Whether you got to take marketing classes, whether you have to, go back to school and about accounting, whether you have to, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. And that knowledge is so important. That knowledge is so important. And that's why I'm always helping authors. I'm always helping those that need help in entrepreneurship. I have my business. I've revamped it several times. So you can always, when you are an entrepreneur, you're always doing new things, new ideas come into your head, new concepts, and work them. The stuff that your thoughts that you're getting are stuff that you want to do in your life. They are coming from God. Those thoughts are coming from God to direct you to where He wants to lead you and guide you and where you go. Right now, I am not taking guests on this live. Okay. If you would like to speak with me, please reach out to me in my DM. I like to get to know people before I bring them to my stage. I have had several incidences where I have brought people up on stage and it was not the right conversation. Okay? Well, they were very disrespectful, and that's when I decided I have to talk to people. I have to sit down and talk to people before I bring them on my live. Okay? And that's what I'm going to say about that. And so, like I said, sometimes you have to, you keep making it do what it do for you. Because you're on a journey that God has you on, and only He gave you that assignment. Okay? Everybody's assignment not the same. Okay? Everybody's assignment is not the same. Okay? So, keep your heads up, keep writing books, keep your nonprofits going, meet new people, network that helps your business. And don't be shy. Don't put yourself in no box. Don't put yourself in a box because it's 8. I looked at that number today. It's 8.9 trillion people on this earth, right? Billion, trillion, I know it's a couple numbers missing. But I know that your business will survive when you come out of your shell. You come out your box. And you can't stay in the box because God has something for you to do. God got something for everybody to do. And stay on your assignment, And I also want to let y'all know, everything that's thrown at you ain't meant to be grabbed. Okay? Everything that's thrown at you, people want you to do this, people want you to do that. Pray over everything before you do it. Pray over everything before you do it. And if you don't love what you're doing, stop doing it. If you don't love, if it's not passion, if it's not coming from the heart, if it's not, it's something that you're just doing to be hustling, and it's not coming from the heart, to do it from the heart. And you could do stuff from the heart and still get paid, okay? So don't take that the wrong way. You can still do stuff, passion, and do it from the heart, but still get paid, okay? That's what I got to say. And I think of their three deaths, the three deaths I dealt with. I think of those three deaths as elevation. And that's something that set me back. It's something that pushed me forward. Because I could have crumbled under three deaths. Some people don't take grief the same way. Everybody don't deal with grief the same way. And this is one example I know. My youngest son, was very much affected by my grandmother's death because he developed a mental illness, okay? So I have a son that deals with mental illness. It is very severe. So everyone does not deal with death the same. But when I dealt with it, I let it elevate me and not hinder me. And it pushed me forward. And, so, and there's nothing wrong with taking out time to do stuff for you, to take time to say, no, I don't want to do this. No, I don't feel like that. This is not for me, okay? You only got one you, okay? You only got one you. Take care of that. Take care of that. Make that priority, okay? Like I said, but that pivotal moment pushed me into entrepreneurship. Those three deaths, and I realized life is too short to be sitting around waiting on other people's approval and or support, and don't just get stuck with family and friends as your customers. Yeah, I just said that. Don't get stuck with them family and friends thinking they the only people that you can sell your products or services to, because you are dealing yourself a bad hand. Okay, there's 8 billion people, 8.69 billion people on this earth. So don't shortchange yourself. Okay, all right. So I hope that everyone enjoyed today's live. And if you are interested in working with me, as far as publishing is concerned, I'm here. If you are media interview services, I have those available for you as well. I am a gospel artist and a speaker. So if you need someone to come and sing at your next event, whether it's a funeral, a bar mitzvah, a wedding, divorce party, whatever that thing, you need somebody to come and sing, and I'm open to all music, okay? All music is God's music, okay? All music comes from God. So I don't limit myself with what I sing, okay? But my focus is gospel, okay? If you need a speaker for your conference or for your virtual meetings, for your entrepreneur get-togethers, things of that nature, conferences, workshops, things of that nature, please do not hesitate to reach out to me to participate. I don't mind participating, okay? And I am Sharice N. Johnson Moore, owner of Sharice N. Johnson Moore, LLC, publishing consultant and visibility coach. All right. And I want to, just, and also go check out my YT page, because I will be putting all of my TT live videos on my YT page. Okay. That's why I did not start this video. I normally play music, but if I'm going to upload it to my YT page, they will put a copyright stamp on it, because the music is copyright that I play. Okay, so that's why I didn't come in with no introduction music today. Okay, because I'm going to put this on my YT page. Okay, all right. So I love you all, and if you need my help, please do not hesitate to ask. Okay. Oh, I also want to let y'all know, before I close. I will start. Oh, I will next month. I will start with requesting subscriptions. Subscribe to my channel. That'll be open starting the 1st of July. Okay. So, and then I will talk about tomorrow about what you will get in the subscription that you pay for. I have 3 tiers. One is $2.99. That is intro and enter in the community. Then I have tier 2. It is more elaborate. Then I have tier 3, and that is a full set on community for subscribers only. I wanted to let y'all know I will be starting those next month. So I will, put that video together and everything, and lay out everything for you, what you will get in your subscription when you subscribe here. And those details will be talked about tomorrow in tomorrow's live. Okay? I want to thank everyone for coming in. I want to thank everyone for, following, like, share, comment, all of these things that we could do, when we come into TT land, okay? And I love you all, and I will see y'all tomorrow back here, same black time, same black station, okay? 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, all right? Tomorrow is Wednesday, okay? Wednesday, haven't picked out a topic yet, but that is what I'll talk about, is the subscriptions, okay? All right? I love you all, and I will talk to y'all later. Deuces. See y'all tomorrow. Bye, babies.